Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Ride and Custom. It's been a minute. It's been a wild ride over here for the past couple months. So I apologize for that, but we are back on this guy today, 1958 Chevy Apache. As you see behind me here, we've got the driver's side door to the Apache. We've already cut off the bottom of the door. And let me show you that actually. Hey, can you bring me the actual patch? So this is what we cut off the door so far. This is kind of what that looked like, right? Now when it was on the truck, it looked like this. Try not to cut my hands off, right? And you had some rod here that you could see, and you had a little bit of stuff here. But where you really see it is from the inside, right? Look at that. It's terrible. So, cut that off.
Yeah, that one.
Trade you. Bigger Ron's back in action. It's got the go-ahead from the dock, which is good. Shoulder's good. So we took the patch panel and went ahead and trimmed it up, got it pretty much ready to go on. But we can't put it on yet. And the reason for that is we need to take the Pour 15 in gloss black. Actually, just bought this probably 10 minutes ago at O'Reilly's. And we need to basically coat the entire inside of this door. Same way I did that door. It'll help it last. But before we do that, I've got to shop back it out, get all the dirt and dust and rust and crap out of it. You guys will watch me do that, and then we'll put on some really big rubber gloves to come to like here, and probably end up having a stick with a roller and a brush and everything else, and we'll get up in here as best we can and try to get everything coated. And then we'll let this door sit overnight, and then tomorrow, good chance, we will put the door bottom on the door and get that on there, get it tacked in. And then the idea is once that's tacked into place is to then go hang it, right? Hang the door and then get into the lower patch panel, okay? The outside outer skin lower patch panel. And yeah, so that's kind of where we're gonna be. It's cold over here. We're trying to keep, we got the garage door shut. We got the 40 Ford outside. We've been doing a lot of work on that. And I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but the
It's 63 in here.
rear fenders are right there to the 40. Yep, there. That's weird. I'm actually pointing there, but on camera it looks, yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. So we're gonna get to getting here. I'm going to suit up. Wish I'd have wore a different shirt. And my suit in here still?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'll suit up and then we'll glove up. We'll shop back. We'll pour 15 inside of this door. And yeah. Actually, let me show you what we got here. Might make more sense here. Hold on, let me flip the camera. Okay. Here's the door. So you can see most of this from here, about here down, will get cut off. But for now, it's on there. So I got to get up in here and get all of this coated with the Pour 15. So, but to do that, you guys can see probably up in there, it's a bunch of loose debris and stuff. I need to get that out. And then, yeah, get to getting on this. So should be interesting. Here's that door bottom. Put that on here, you guys can see that. It's hard to do one-handed. You get the idea. Something to that effect. It'll scooch over some more, and then we'll tack it on. And actually, that's a little better. So we'll do that. Now, before we weld this on, this is dented in here, and the only way to get to this is from the inside to hammer and dolly it out. So actually, before I pour 15 this, I might have Ron bang on this and get that in a world before I get to coating it. Then you can't touch it for 24 hours. But this side's not too bad. The other side just got a little dent in it, but that's the plan, trying to get to where we can put this on here. And all of this is for this truck. 1958 Chevy Apache pickup truck. Truck's gonna be turquoise and white. Gonna be really sharp, I think. White roof with tropical turquoise on the cab frame, all of that. Mustang 2 is ready to go. Got some debacles going on, some issues with the rear suspension as far as the company that we bought it from. Yeah, waiting on my money back, basically is where we're at. And so on and so forth. I'm gonna put these big old gloves on here in a minute. All of that black you see on those gloves came from that door when I did it. So, anywho's, I'm gonna suit up here, and then we're gonna get in here and get this shop vac and then get the pour 15 on it, and then this door will be done. While I'm doing this, you'll see Big Ron probably messing with the rear fenders to the 40 Ford, which is outside. And also, something else we're gonna be doing today is these two are the running boards to the 40 Ford. So what we're gonna do is tape and paper the tops, flip them over, and then bed line the bottom side of these two with Raptor bed liner. That'll be today as well. Really, it's really not terrible. It's 63 degrees in here right now. So it's warming up. It's about 50 outside. But we're gonna use this and get that all coated and so on. So the running boards will pretty much be done for the 40, other than the covers, the rubber covers that go over the top and all the things. So should be interesting, boys. Hang in there. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna get suited up for this. It's gonna be nasty for sure. And then we'll get to getting here. You need less hats. What do you think?
Most of them are yours.
You're wearing my suit.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Did you buy a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. God in heaven, that's good looking suit. There. Doesn't matter, just needs to work. Where'd you get it at? Your suit.
Where did we get that? At Franklin's Supply. In Alexandria, Kentucky.
Oh yeah? All right, guys, I'm suiting up because this is gonna be a nasty job. There ain't no other way to put this. This just sucks. It's kind of cool because it'll go from looking shitty to looking pretty cool pretty quick. So, and I'll try to bring the camera in here in a second once I'm done shop vacuuming, where you guys can actually see me put this on a little bit, to where you're not just looking at my back. There we go. You almost have to wear this just to stay warm.
It ain't bad, is it?
Alright. Okay. First things first. Get a couple things out the way. So 1%. There. Alright. So, first thing, guys, if you're watching this, it's gonna get loud for a second. Ear protection. If you got the earphones in or whatever, you might want to turn the volume down. Let's see here. Get this drink. Better. You guys can kind of see in there now. There we go. Should kind of in here a little bit. So, next trick. Where'd the gloves go?
What in the container on the, remember,
They're supposed to.
yeah.
Cut the shit out of my hand.
Huh?
Cut the shit out of my hand. Just a bleeder. It'll be fine. Got a little blood in the game today. Hold on, guys. I'm getting there. Gotta get a little bit of a working here. It's been a minute. Okay. All right, so what we're doing here, guys, is 415, this right here. We're gonna go ahead and pop this open. This is a brand new can. We will, wow. Should've bought screwdrivers while I was there. Okay, hold on. Hey, watch out. What? Let me open the fucking It's not one to open. All right, we're fighting the can. Why not? Hope this is a good can. I never had one I couldn't open. There we go. There we go. Please don't be dry. Thank God. We did it! Oh my God. This should not be that hard. Alright, so what we're going to do here, right out of the gate, stir this guy up. You always want to stir this stuff up. It is nasty as hell, boys, when you use this, just so you know. This is not the stuff that just comes off. When it gets on you, it's on you until it wears off, right? Or you peel it off. So be prepared for that. So stir. This is gloss black, so that should look pretty good in there. Actually, hey Ron.
Yeah.
Have we got one of those small rollers, like a foam roller kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's what I think I'm gonna need.
Well, on a new bumper,
Yeah.
you get what you pay for. I'm gonna have to tap out the threads. It's like, Jesus Christ, you know.
We got a Harbor Freight bumper for Christmas. Big Ron's trying to put it together over here, and says he's gonna have to tap out the threads. Because, you know, you get what you pay for, right? That's what it is. So, hey, bring the garbage can over when you come over. Pretty
Trying to
pretty.
find you some foam pads for this. These are for wrap your bed liner. Let me find the ones for that. I'll be right back.
Big Ron's finding me a roller pad I can use here.
They're out in this shit.
That's looking better. Remember what I said, you get this shit on you, it's on you forever. Felt like I had it on my head for a second. Alright. Okay. So, for my next trick, laugh all you want. It's gonna save my arms, because this shit's gonna go right through it. Gotta get the paw up in there. And it's not an easy one. But it does do a hell of a job. I do like 415 in certain scenarios, you know. Like I wouldn't coat the whole cab in 415 on the exterior or anything, but not that you couldn't, yes, but not really what I would do. And remember, 415 does not do well. It fades in sunlight. So if you are to paint this on like a frame, and the frame sits outside in the sun for a couple weeks or whatever, it will dull down from gloss to a kind of a matte. So just keep that in the back of your head as well. Okay. I guess there ain't nothing left to do but to do it. So here we go. Get this situate here again, where I can still work. All right. Trying to be as careful as I possibly can to not get this stuff everywhere, because it's really nasty shit. All right, so I'll be able to roll this part of the door, I'll be able to roll, and in here, but there are some areas where I need to actually just kind of get down in. Like right there. It's not the funnest thing I've ever done. But if I can get it right, hey guys, if you're just joining us, we're working on our 1958 Chevy Apache pickup truck right now. I know it kind of looks a little weird. We are working on the door, driver's door, and we are pour 15ing the inside of the driver's door here, which is not easy to do. Any level, but we're doing it. Trying to get this coated, and it's starting to look pretty good actually in here. You guys can't really see it. Hold on. I'll get you in here in a second where you guys can see this. Better. The trick here is not to paint yourself into a corner, right? What I mean by that is you don't want to pour 15 a bunch of places where you got to still stick your hands. That's not fun. Also, something else we'll be doing here in a minute will be putting this paintbrush on a stick so that I can get farther in. We're not there yet. Okay, that's looking good. It's looking real good, actually. All right. Guys starting to see that there? Starting to come through. I think you can see the black. That's what I'm doing right now. I totally kills review. Hold on. We nicknamed this truck Mater. Now, some of our subscribers did, and it looks like tow maters in cars, and yeah, that's kind of cool. I would have left this truck patinaed, but it was too far gone. I would have been Fred Flintstoning for sure. And nobody wants to be Fred Flintstoning unless they have to. So that's kind of where we're at here. You find one? Get that in there real nice. Winning. Big enough.
Maximize the
there's that. Give me 1 sec here. For those of you guys just watching, this is the driver's door to our 1958 Chevy Apache. And what we're doing here is trying to use pour 15 on the inside of the door as best we can. I'm actually now going to be using a roller. Figure I went and found me one. Kind of see what I can get. Yeah. Oh, that's way better. That's way better, Big Ron. Yeah, if I wasn't wearing these gloves, I'd already tore my arms up. For sure. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. All right, we're starting to get somewhere. Seriously. Alright. Hold on, guys. Guessing, huh? Hey, Ron.
Yeah. Can I borrow you for a second?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Roll that around that.
I probably got a different one.
Not over there. Not over there.
There were a bunch of them in this shed. No, this one. Got pretty well for you. See what happens there.
It'll work. We'll paint this bitch from 40 feet away. Go on it. Oh, that's way better. Alright.
Then you'll flip it up and do the other side.
Then I'll tape the brush to it. Stick it in. I'll be
If
able
we
to.
flip the door over, you'll be able to just roll it just like you did this.
Yeah, I mean like all the mixing.
Yeah. All this just to put a damn handle on. I kept trying to get it on there,
Yeah.
and finally I checked the thread. You think when it's brand new, what the thread would be like?
You think?
You would think.
I think in China they're using a different system. It ain't metric, and it ain't. Alright. Can you guys see up in there? We're getting there. A little ingenuity here, but we're getting it. I think. Believe it or not, this is working really, really well. Which is pretty cool. Operation Save the Apache door. Okay. It doesn't look too bad. I'm actually half impressed with that. Oh no, I got it on my nose. Fuck. Great. Alright. Word off for the next week. Doesn't really matter here, but we're gonna hit it.
Well, we finally got it.
Alright, flip it over. No, not yet. What I need is another pole. That we can tape. Anything I can tape a paintbrush to.
Okay.
And I need a new 2-inch chip brush. What I need. Hold on, boys. We're gonna do some more engineering here. Okay. So what we've got now, guys, is let's see back in there, but you see we got pockets of what's the best look for you? I don't know, but I can see it back in there where I can't get a roller, but I'm going to use a brush. A brush on a stick.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be glorious. You're gonna love it. Can't believe I got it on my nose. Great. So we'll get this done, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll flip the door over so I can see this side. And then we'll roll that side. That'll roll really easy and really fast. And then that's done. And then, you know, we're kind of moving on towards running boards for the 44. That's kind of where we're getting. So, yeah. All right. Now, some of this, as we epoxy primed and did this and that, you've got epoxy in places, you know, which is great. I'm not against that, but in here, this is the only shot I had of doing this, was once we had this off. And had to do this before we could put the actual door bottom on. Aha! Here we go, guys. God, I feel like we're on Castaway or some shit. Survivor. Gonna go. Holy shit. All right, why not? Okay. It's actually working. If you like spearfishing, it's kind of like that without the fish. Get it back. Now some of this I'll be able to get to better from the top side here, but for now, is it working? You know what they should say when they say that? Some assembly required, big run not included. I'm telling you. Tripping on my floor.
You're probably gonna need some ventilation, right? It ain't too bad.
You gotta get committed. It ain't bad out?
No, probably just a little cooler than this, not much.
All right, do it. It's actually helpful with the light.
whether you're patching your door or buying another.
What are you trying to say?
Well, you know, when this stuff
Get it.
is,
This sucks. Yeah.
it sucks, and it's a nasty job, and it's the time you buy the patch panel, and the time you buy, when you treat all this stuff, or both patch panels actually, treat all this stuff, you know, you're gonna have some, and all the body filler and priming and stuff, you're gonna, and you
It's
gotta
about
do
the
the
same
body
money.
work.
It's really about the same money.
Yeah,
Honest to God, it really is. In hindsight, I'd have bought a door. But
and they say sometimes they don't fit right. We don't know, we haven't tried to get them at the door on this truck, but it'd be interesting to see. How it did.
shit, I think I did pretty good here. Okay. Making a mess. We got lacquer thinner, right?
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Okay. Grab me a towel or something. Maybe one with lacquer thinner on it. I made a mess of your floor. Feeling pretty good about that though. This looks pretty good. Oh, shit. That's what I need to hang up there. Same over here.
Hindsight, we probably should have put a piece of cardboard down.
Yeah, Brad. Did you dip it in? Yeah, grab me a piece of cardboard. Yeah. I tried the paper plate. I thought I'd be better. I failed miserably.
We don't want to destroy the floor, do we?
Oh, what do you mean? Here's that. Okay, so what you guys are looking at right here is a 1958 Chevy Apache pickup truck driver's side door. The door bottom has been removed. What we are doing is taking a paintbrush and a roller and rolling Pour 15 on the inside of the door to get a rust preventive coating in there so it's not just bare metal rust for another however long this is. And that's what we're doing. Now I've got pretty much this bottom side done. What I need to do now, I did notice with the light I missed a couple spots up high here. I'm gonna hit those real quick with the brush, and then we're gonna flip the door over so that I can hit this section up here. It'd just be easier to roll that way. I can actually see it. So we think anyway, so see where this goes. But I am waiting on a piece of cardboard because I made an absolute mess of the floor with the Pour 15. So yeah. But we're getting there, guys. This is a very important step so that now we can go ahead and get our door bottom on. We've already made it. The door bottom patch panel, we've already trimmed it up, made it, cut everything. This needs to dry. Door panel, the door bottom will go on. We'll tack that on. We'll mount the door onto the truck, onto the Apache. And then from there, we will, hold on, guys. shit everywhere. But then we'll go ahead and do all the other things you need to do and get the outer skin, which would be this here, replaced. So that's what we're doing. But I gotta hit a couple spots here real quick. So I'm making a freaking mess. Actually looks dramatically better. Okay, do the same thing on this side. What we've done is we've fashioned a paintbrush, a 2-inch chip brush. Definitely don't need a purdy. And put it on the end of the stick here. That's working out pretty well, I think. Pretty good. Okay. I think it's about time to flip this around and pick this up real quick. Don't make that mistake. Stay.
You can hit the bottom of it because we're cutting it off anyway. Right in the head. Yeah, that works. Okay. Go like that.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I got dramatic starter. But I can see it, which is how you just go in the right direction. Okay. All right, let's do it again. Here we go again, boys. Pail over here. I need this one just set somewhere for a second. Don't make it go away, just. I feel like the other door was easier. I could be wrong. It's hard to see up in there very well, but I know I'm getting something. I see it changing colors. Probably right over in. You got that one with the brush?
You need it?
Yeah. I'm gonna trade you, I think. Here you go. The world's worst brush.
Let's see what you got.
Complete darkness. That don't work. That's good in theory.
We went through a bunch of lights over here.
Yeah.
Which one might help you?
And a lot of this is just understanding that some of this just isn't going to get it.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
it's,
doing the best you can with it.
you know. Yeah. Buddy, I think that's about as good as this is going to get from this perspective. It's a whole lot better. Now what we kind of need to do now is flip the door back over. Let this tack up for a minute, and then we'll flip the door back over, Ron. And I'll go up to the top up there where I've got the access holes and see if I can't get down in some of the other places over there. Yeah. There's no real good way to do this. You just kind of got to get in there and go. and that's what we're doing. So, but the inside of the door now should last a hell of a lot longer than it was gonna last. So, did I have these doors dipped? No. Should I have had these doors acid dipped? Yes. But it'll last years and years and years and years and years. So we're just gonna go with that.
But if you add the cost of that
To this, buy a new door.
You might as well just buy a door.
Just bought a door. Yep.
It's in hell of a lot easier.
Hell of a lot cheaper. Okay, Ron. When you're done. When you're done.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just wiping it off to do some filling.
Big Ron's gonna be working on the 44 rear fenders. I'll show you those here in a second. Once we get this taken care of.
You want to just do like that. Okay, get it out. Okay.
We got a lot of it. A whole lot of it. We got in there a little bit.
And maybe down in this spot here where, and we can retap the, just stay away from the threads.
I think I'm done with the pole.
All right.
That looks good there.
Get out of the way. Turn your light on. The pole's done.
Yeah.
I'll set it on the side of the house until. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna stop. I think we're pretty good here. Okay.
That should last for years and years and years.
Okay. I'm gonna throw this pail away, okay?
Okay.
All right. There we go. So kids, we are now poured. I gotta do a little work here on the 415 can, I think. Get it a little better. All right, guys, so what we've got here, try not to put you in the 415. you guys can see our 73 Volkswagen thing we just built, sitting back there, looking all pretty. If you guys use this Pour 15 stuff, you want to make sure that you go around the edge with lacquer thinner, or you will never, and I mean ever, get your lid off, get it off. And that's just the brutal truth of this. Cool, so that's that. All right, guys. So that's kind of where we're at there. Now, you can see behind me, Big Round's doing body work on the rear fenders for the 40 Ford. Hopefully, next day or two, we'll be priming those, heavy priming those fenders, and continuing as well here on our Apache. Keeping this thing going, right? So I think we're looking really good. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you had some great Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate, and Happy New Year. And yeah, so I'm gonna let this dry for about an hour, and then I'm gonna move it, and then I'm gonna start on the running boards for the 40 Ford, and hopefully we'll get them undercoated here today with the Raptor bedliner. So that's going to be the next thing, but right now I just want to let this dry, kind of cook, and flash off, and then we'll start on that. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you're watching this, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you. We're out here most days, honestly, in one way or another, working on these cars. So we'd love to have you join us on our journey. Happy holidays, guys. See you in a little bit.